Hello everybody and welcome to Innocent Plays Dwarf Fortress, the game of games. So last time I asked should we do prospecting, and I think we should. Because I'm curious what we can find. So we use DF hack for that. Go back. Become large. Where are we? There we are. And so what we're going to do is use the command prospect all. And what this does is reveal all the materials that will be available on this map. There you go, a lot of information. So what are we looking for? We are looking for ores. Oh my, there's not that much. A lot of tetrahedrite, malachite, spellerite, native gold, galena. Okay, so there is no iron here. Tetrahedrite is the one that we've been encountering so far. And then you have malachite, which is not a copper ore. Sphelerite, I'm not sure, let's check that. But I'm pretty sure it's not a iron ore. And not a tin ore either. I don't think there's tin ore in here either. Sphelerite is an ore of zinc. We can get brass from that. Brass is not interesting. Native gold is gold, galena is silver, and silver and something. Lead. Bismuthite, raw mentite. No, there's not that much for us to find. Well, that's a bummer. At least we know now. We don't have to dig aggressively for finding that, because we won't be able to find it. There's no iron and there is no tin. So instead, if we ever want something from the dwarfs to be made out of steel or iron, we should trade for it. Which is definitely a good option and maybe even more interesting, but kinda had hoped we had some iron somewhere. But yeah, we have our training squads doing their thing, and they are cannot produce. Why can't you produce those things? Actually, speaking of which, let's see our stocks of bars. I want to see how many copper bars we have, because we are requesting a whole lot of materials, because last time we queued up like all armors and such for everybody. But we have 300, so that's quite a lot. And then the question becomes, what are you? Yeah, you're now full with that. Because I think we should start switching over from wooden bolts to copper bolts. Just take wooden bolts completely out of the equation, stop with them, and go with copper bolts. It's probably the best option. It's the best material we have which can pierce, and it's a lot stronger than wood. So yeah, let's go for that. But since so many of our production is now queued up, it's gonna be a while. And that's kind of why I hope that soon we will have some production available, that we will be able to get some trade goods going. Somebody has grown from a baby into a child. Well, that's, I guess, a little bit better. Let's see in Dwarf Therapists. Connect to Dwarf Therapist. We have 53 dwarves, of which 14 are children and 1 is a baby. 14 children? That's quite a lot. They are still drinking my beer. Well, at least we have some trainers. And people learning how to dodge, and people doing some combat drills. Let's go to the military tab. Look at that beautiful mark score skill increasing, and some hammer dwarf skills increasing. Excellent, that's what we want to see. Hopefully they will get good at it sooner rather than later. I did turn on outer labor, I believe, so that's good. How are our drinks doing? Absolutely fine, and we have quite a lot of plants as well, because we did a emptying of the fields outside with the plants, and we're just waiting till all this wood is now being brought in. So yeah, now this is kind of a little bit of a more quiet time, where not much is really happening in the fort. We are getting a stray horse. Let's put them in the pasture. We had a couple that go there. If only some elves came to trade with us, we could show them how friendly we are and how willing we are to trade with them. Maybe we should make up a perfect friend zone for them. And with friend zone, I absolutely do not mean killing zone or anything like that. He became a militia commander and a captain of the guard. Alright, we were also doing that. Digging out his apartment and stuff like that. I kind of forgot about that. So with this apartment dug out, we will hopefully make him happy by providing at least all the things that he needs. And it's going to be pretty much the same thing that we have over here. And I think that should be fine. 10, 20, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So we have some extra space already, but it's not necessary yet. So we want to place some doors. We've done this before. And I want to go in planning mode so I don't have to select every door. I know we have some doors in store, and if not, we will build some new ones. I'll get a bed. Place it nice in the corner. Table. Over here and over here. Chairs. Same thing. Now the chest is a little bit different because I want to be careful that not a bag gets placed there by accident. That's the chest. And that's the chest. And then we have a cabinet going over here. An armor stand on the top. And a weapon rack on the bottom. And then some statues. Statues go in planning mode. This, and then we want to smooth it all out, of course. Luckily a lot of the jobs are already queued, so that should be fine. And did I turn on auto labor? Because it doesn't look like it is. Auto labor 1. Now it is enabled. And all of a sudden our idles become low. So I kind of forgot to turn on auto labor apparently. Okay. That's a really weird name for a hen. Fabok Guskalokloch or something like that. We do have some nest boxes over here and some memorial places over here. Our brave dwarves that were slain by the were creature. I don't even remember what kind of were creature it was. Let's place some more burial equipment. Because we will eventually need it again. Oh, we don't have coffins anymore. Alright. Copper shields has been completed. Finally. Why did we make 20? Did we want the Marksdwarf to carry a shield as well? I think so. Otherwise there's pretty much no reason why we should make 20 out of them, right? What we also need to do is place some new beds over here. Build bed. I think we want. Can our Marksdwarf actually carry a shield? I think they are capable of carrying a shield. That's the wrong position. I will fix that in a moment. And yeah, if they can carry a shield, they should, I think. At least train with it, so they can become better with it and not get penalties in combat after a while. So let's check. Our tattoo slayers, yeah, they can equip a leather shield or buckler. So right now their uniform goes for leather shields. So let's go to uniforms. Let's go to the archer and take this one out. And go to shield and literally say any shield or buckler. and go back to equipment. And these guys, yeah, the tattoo slayers, should be assigned uniforms. Archer for the entire squad. Equipment. V. Yeah, they are now having shield or buckler. I'm not sure how bad it will be to carry a metal shield for them, but well, at least they can now. Oh, we don't have empty buckets. Let's queue up a couple of buckets. Let's queue up 20, because we never want to run out of buckets. Normally I would make a workflow out of it, but not necessary. We need to assign this to our militia commander. Actually, captain of the guard, not militia commander. Captain of the guard. With his beautiful silver statues. He requires a dining room. We're gonna make that soon. A weapon rack and armor stand. Yeah, it's gonna be quick. Export of quivers is still prohibited. That's fine. And I want to make our Hammer King also the Hammerer. And what the Hammerer does is he's the guy that brings justice to the people. Should there anything be in here, any criminal activity, he will be the one who carries out the sentences. And it can literally be murder of dwarfs. For example, if you have a vampire, which is a possibility, then he can sometimes suck dwarfs dry to feed his appetite, and he will sometimes blame others for that as well. So if there are no witnesses to his crime, which usually there are no witnesses to his crime, he will blame somebody else, say like, well, I kind of remember seeing that guy with his fangs out, bloodied, standing over the dead body. Maybe it has nothing to do with it, but it was kind of suspicious, right? And usually when you see that, it is kind of a dead giveaway though that he is instead the vampire. Yeah. So the dining room needs to be improved a little bit before we can actually say like, okay, this is good enough for our guy. Should it be smoothed down, then that should make it good enough already. But we're not that far ahead yet. Right now most of them are still busy with doing other things. How is our equipment going? Pretty good. I'm liking it so far. So we at least have some resemblance of armor. And until we can trade for more, that's gonna be the best we can have for now. Unfortunately, I would love to have some steel armor, which, well, it happens quite often that I do. But in this fort, it's gonna be a lot more difficult. We do have flux-stone, which I always check for. And to melt it, it's also really easy. We either have enough wood, like we have now, we have some coal, or you can even go dig down to the magma and use the magma layer for a lava furnace or magma furnace. I don't know what's called. And that's gonna make things like not require coal. But the fact that you don't have iron, that's the most difficult part to actually overcome, because you can only trade for it. But that's fine. We don't really have a trading economy set up yet though. So maybe we should think about that, what we should do with that. We'll see. But we first have our next season. And we have 11 March Dwarfs. So there are more March Dwarfs available than we have in the squad. That's interesting. How much hammerers do we have? We have 1 hammer dwarf, 2 sword dwarfs, 1 axe dwarf, 3 recruits. They're not that great all. And we should make bedrooms out of these things as well. Over here as well. Oh, I didn't know we didn't make those into bedrooms yet. Alright. Very well, let's make them into bedrooms. And they will be auto-assigned to people, but we should at least make them into bedrooms. This music always reminds me of Kerbal Space Program. They use this exact same music, and it's so nice and calm. Well, because I heard it in Kerbal Space Program before I actually used sound sense in Dwarf Fortress, it will always remind me of Kerbal Space Program. Which is another amazing game. I think a new version of that comes out relatively soon, and I should definitely go back to that game. It's really awesome. It's that difficult, but I mean, difficulty is fun, right? Losing is fun. Blowing things up is fun in Kerbal Space Program. If you have never checked that game out, you should definitely see it on YouTube somewhere. Alright, the breastplates are done. That's the first part of the armor. Maybe we should build a jail cell as well, just in case somebody would go crazy sometime. I mean, you never know what a dwarf will do, right? All of a sudden he might go completely insane. A snowstorm has come. I don't want snowstorms in my fort. So how is our hospital actually doing? Do we have everything we need? Hospital splints and crutches. So we need 5 splints and 5 crutches. Part of our cost, and we need some more soap. Splint. Make it out of wood. Crutch. Make it out of wood. We need more soap as well. Do we have... Let's see, we have some tallow over here. Some tallow over here and some tallow over here. Oh, I already marked it as non-cooking. We have a lot of eggs, by the way. We should cook some meals with that. Okay, I'm gonna add a task to make an easy meal. I'm gonna repeat that. And let's say we wanna make it 25 to 50. Now, this is the soap maker, right? Why can't we make soap from tallow? Lye containing item. No, we don't want to update Firefox now. Oh, right. So we have the tallow, but we need lye. And that's, you make that with ash, I believe. Let's see, soap. You make ash in a wooden furnace, make lye at an ashery, and with that, right, that's what we needed for it. So let's do that first, actually. But for that we need a rock block. Let's make 5 rock blocks. Then go to the wooden furnace. Add, make ash. Repeat. We want to keep. We have 5 to 10 ash bars available. Ash and charcoal. Ash and charcoal. And ash and charcoal. Alright. Right, for an ashery you need the blocks, so they craft some rocks into a block. Not exactly sure what they exactly do with it, but that's fine. And then with that we can make an ashery. An ashery will make out of ash lye, and then together with lye and tallow, which we have, we can make soap. I completely forgot we needed that as well. And that's why having the Dwarf Fortress wiki open is so useful. If you forget something simple like that, you can just look it up real easy and real fast. Weather has cleared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not everybody is training all the time, it looks like. View schedule. 9 minimum for training. And the schedule is active. Here as well. I wonder why not everybody is training then. Yeah, we need lie. Needs lie containing item. Yeah, that's fine. We'll get soon to that. We have some blocks, so let's make a workshop, an ashery. For here, a mica block, a barrel, and a bucket. And with that we will queue up a job for repeating making lye. Sorry. And with more lye all the time we will be able to construct quite a lot of soap bars, I think. Our wooden bucket job is also finally completed. We have some copper stuff, some splint and some crutches. Is there anything else we need in our hospital? Do we have enough thread and enough cloth? We have enough thread, we have enough cloth. We need powder for casts. I'm not sure which materials. Oh, we need refined coal. We are out of charcoal apparently. Really? Yeah, we only have 6. We should probably increase the range to be like 100 to 150. Stock level is low, coal bars, so you should probably make more out of them. Let's see our noble. Yeah, you're still not happy with your dining room. You can fix that relatively easy by just placing a statue in there. Then you will love it, because it's silver and it's worth a lot of money. Maybe we should just sell silver statues to the dwarfs. When they come for trading with us, build a couple of silver statues, sell those. Mandate has ended, and we don't have a new one. I think that may be our can be our industry. Silver statues, or maybe just silver mugs. I don't know. Something like that at least. Because silver is valuable, we're not going to use it so much anymore. And we're going to have quite a lot of it because we have quite a lot of tetrahedrite. Galena was also in the map, so that's another silver bearing ore. Yeah. There are a couple of dwarves over here smoothing down the stone. Or rather you did this first, but let's see how good his dining room is. Only decent. Oh wow. I would have expected it to be a lot higher rated with that. Equipment mismatches. It happens. Well, luckily we keep on forging. Oh, now we have a mandate for construction. Make crowns. Very well. He has some really high opinion of it. Make 2 silver crowns. Apparently he figures himself as the new king, the new high king. It can happen that he becomes the heir of the throne should the high king actually die of our nation. I've had it happen before when let's put this more grazing animals over here. Oh, we already have everybody. I was embarking with 7 people, and I want this hotkey actually different. Bedrooms, zoom. Alright. Embarking with 7 people, and then maybe a month in or something like that, the High King died, and my expedition leader became the High King. So all of a sudden, I was still building up my fort, and there were these huge demands of these mausoleum and these amazing bedrooms and everything like that, and it was kind of a bit overwhelming for my father at that moment. but it does give you a big challenge which you can work for, and eventually it worked out. I got everything ready and stuff like that, but yeah, it was difficult, but I mean, that's the fun in this game, for me at least, the difficulty.
I have a wondrous invention idea.
Alright, somebody has a great idea, so they're gonna claim a workshop, and hopefully we will have everything he needs. A Fey mood. So there are different kinds of these moods that they can get. And
this workshop's mine now.
alright. Some of them will actually make them become a master dwarf in the field what they are going to construct it in. So it's doing it in a mason's workshop. So if this is the correct mood, and I don't think it is, it's gonna be a master dwarf mason. So we're gonna check. His name is Atis Tunkathil. Let's go to dwarf therapist, read the dwarfs. Oh god, let's do it on name. There is nothing like that. Oh, just nothing is name. Athis Tukathil. You are in masonry. Let's see. Masonry. You have absolutely no skill in masonry. So if you all of a sudden become super awesome in masonry, then we know that Fey moods are the one that give you it. But I don't think Fey moods actually give it. Oh, what do you need actually? Maybe that's a better question. I must have rock, yarn, cloth, and rock. Okay. So we need to weave some cloth. Let's suspend this for a bit. The milking of the animals, so we can weave some cloth. Weave thread into cloth. It's already queued up. So let's make it a task to be done right now. And there he goes. He got whatever he needed. And now he's starting to do his job, I think. Right? Yeah, working furiously. So I was making something out of stone and cloth. What would it be? I literally have no idea. What would you make out of a little bit of cloth and a little bit of stone? But dwarves are very, very resourceful, so it can be pretty much anything. I'm gonna make the hotkey over here as well. It's hotkey 5. Ah, it was the old hotkey for our downstairs area. Couple leggings are also done, so only the high boot and the gauntlets, and then the crowns, of course. And the weather has cleared, and you can immediately hear the silence.
Oh, it's completed.
Kinesis badge.
An amazing artifact.
Well, let's see what he made out of it. It's not the first bat we have ever had. Description. This is Kinesis bat. All craft dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with cushions, pyroluscid chobocons, and encircled with bands of round Kinesis chobocons and cushioned perovskite chobocons. On the item is an image of Q1 Fatal Speechless, the unthinkable prophet of the youth, the human and Dimplesmith, the truthful rhyme, the giant alligator in sheep wool. Dimplesmith, the truthful rhyme, is striking down Q1 Fatal Speech, the unthinkable prophet of youth. The artwork relates to the killing of the human Q1 Fatal Speech, the unthinkable prophet of youth, by the giant alligator Dimplesmith, the truthful rhyme, in a murk of cover in 226. Well, isn't that amazing? I had never heard of that story, and I'm happy I did now. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Next episode we will hopefully see all our dwarves in full armor, at least our hammer dwarves, because, well, our Mark's Wolf requires leather, and we don't have that much leather. Well, we have maybe some animals we can slay. No, probably not though. And we should, before we end the episode, actually queue up some job over here to make lye. Make it workshop constraint. Yeah, let's make 5 to 10. And soon we will be able to make enough soap so our hospital will be actually fully up and running, except for the making for cost, which is maybe not the most important thing. Hopefully maybe next episode I can remember finally what we need for that, the plaster. And we can maybe even get that as well and have a fully functional hospital before any dwarf get actually hurt. Who would have guessed that? But that's gonna be all in the next episode. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.